I'm Mohammed Sayed Rashad. I'm the marketing manager at Koinz. Koinz is the first social commerce app in the food and beverage industry in MENA region. We specialize mainly in the F&B sector, creating tailored loyalty programs for restaurants and offering a unique order and pickup experience for the users, as well as integrating the social experience for both restaurants and content creators. CEQUENS has been one of the most dependable partners we had regarding the part of SMSs and WhatsApp messages for as long as I can remember. This part specifically being a loyalty program, it's very, very crucial that we have a dependable service provider that gets the message delivered as soon as possible so that it reflects on increasing the user engagement and eventually sign-up rate from the SMSs or the WhatsApp we communicate with. In addition to aiding in the multiple communication and marketing messages that we communicate with the users all along. We started with the SMSs service only, then we added WhatsApp, and it has been always an evolving relationship. We're always looking forward to invest more and depend more on CEQUENS's multiple services. Yeah. Practically in the middle of 2022, we were shifting an integral part of our marketing and promotional messages from a direct discount based model into a cashback model. This needed a large amount of communications being sent all around the day for customers and for users to get along and acquainted with this transformation. Especially our Koinz user is somehow dependent on the one-to-one communication rather than the mass communication. For this, we depended mainly on CEQUENS for the WhatsApp and SMSs services. It helped us in this very hard transition. We were forecasting a huge drop in the numbers because users are not acquainted to this model yet, and it's somehow a core change in the business profile we were offering to our users. Yet it was much less hurtful depending on CEQUENS and its communication tools with the users. Let alone within a single quarter, we were able to retain the same numbers of engagement and almost the same conversion rates from our communications with the users as before this change. Yeah. We as a startup always seek to have partners or those service providers with a similar mindset of a business partner rather than just a service provider. And with all honesty, this is not an easy thing to find because some people see startups as a very short-term project that we can get the maximum benefit out of this short term, maybe get a chunk of their investment money, and that's it. We don't want to help them grow because they eventually will fail. This is a very toxic mindset for us as a startup, and we have seen this a lot. We have been through multiple service providers, multiple agencies, multiple partners who just can talk a lot, but they do not effectively achieve what they promise. On the other hand, CEQUENS, they really put their money where their mouth is. They promised to be a helpful partner for Koinz to grow and scaling with us with huge sacrifices on their own behalf. They don't need to do this. Why would you compromise your payment terms or allow me an extended payment period rather than your other clients, unless you do believe in me, unless you do believe that we can create a successful story together and we will both benefit from it. Maybe changing one or two conditions in the contract would be a minute change, but it increases massively in our trust bank, and this is where it all matters. Because if I make it as a startup and if I'm growing and fully flourishing as a company or as an enterprise rather than just a startup, I'll definitely look to my partners and try to invest with them more rather than seek new ones. The best thing about CEQUENS team and the way they deal with Koinz is that we all in Koinz team believe that we have like an extension. We don't deal with them as just a service provider that we can reach out when there is a problem and so. No, we usually consult them with our problems. We share our ideas with them before implementing it to get their feedback and get their notion of the market, because they are dealing with multiple clientele from different sectors. One of the major problems we had regarding the WhatsApp communication was getting our verification mark. We faced a huge struggle with Meta fulfilling us or acknowledging us as a verified business, despite submitting the forms multiple times with all the required. CEQUENS team really shared the same concern with us. They used a lot of their efforts, a lot of their resources to even go the extra mile beyond our request and help us get this issue solved. They pulled the strings they had. They made sure that our case is fully reviewed by an account manager at Meta to know that the decision was wrong to not give us the business verification mark. And eventually they helped us get it. And it was like one of the most happy days at Koinz, even if it looks like a small achievement on the list of numbers and the users and so. But because of the amount of effort, the amount of struggle we faced, it was a huge event for us at Koinz, and we were super happy that CEQUENS was a partner at this moment. Yeah. Basically, working in the F&B sector, it's very hectic. It's like your peak of work is when everyone is resting, the vacations, the huge traffic coming to your app or servers at the time that all your team wants to take a vacation and they all want to travel or rest or something. To minimize the stress you have, minimize the risk of dropping the quality of service you provide for your own users and partners, you need very, very dependable and very, very strong business partners to align your brand with. And this is where you can find CEQUENS to be one of the best in their areas of service. We do not worry as much for this service we're getting as we worry for other services, because we know we have a team that we can reach out anytime 24/7. We have a solution that will never fail us as much as any tech solution can never fail their clients. And we have a very wise and experienced partner to brainstorm with, to think with, and to solve our problems with, even if they are not within the scope of paid services. It never happened that we reached out to CEQUENS team and discussed the problem and they said, okay, you just need to upgrade your package first, then we can discuss this. While we do receive this kind of treatment from other companies, and it's not a mistake, because it's their right, we're just not paying for this, so we shouldn't be getting it. But as we mentioned earlier, as a startup, as someone who's working in a very stressful industry, every minute counts. So having this like-minded people and having this businesses sharing the growth mindset, sharing that me investing effort and time for you as a business to grow will eventually return on me, rather than just focusing on the short term, focusing on the transactional approach of just get everything done today and tomorrow you're on your own. This is very crucial for either startups like Koinz or even big businesses but working in the F&B industry too.